My shield stacks make dying pretty hard, dang right. What is up, y'all? My name is Doe, and today I'm making a pretty supportive build that is fun for me to play, and the reason I say that is because I normally don't like playing supportive builds. Builds that use Medic or Prismatic Grace aren't my playstyle. I prefer builds that are proactive and prevent Slayers from going down as much as they can, which the build I'm showing you today does that pretty well. So I'm using a Rockfall Guardian weapon or Rockfall weapon using Guardian cells. And Rockfall weapons do this. Dealing damage has a chance based on damage dealt to grant a stacking, refreshing 40 health shield that lasts 12 seconds. This shield stack, these shield stacks have no cap, which is why it's pretty fun to use. And the key part for this description is damage dealt. So the way this kind of works is, from what I was told, is you have a roll basically. When you deal damage, you get a roll for if you get a shield or not. Doing more damage gives you a better roll. And so far, my favorite weapon for doing these kind of shield builds is going to be the axe. I tried the sword, it did not work out that great at all. I think the most stacks I got was like 30, which is still decent, right? But with the axe, I was getting 3 to 4 times that. Almost 5 times that, so it wasn't the best thing in the world. So that's pretty much how the Rockfall weapons work in this build, but let's go ahead and discuss the Guardian portion of the build, which Guardian is the cell in Dauntless that does this. 60% of the shields you apply yourself are also applied to your nearest ally for 15 seconds. And keep in mind that these shields can be refreshed if they're applied to the same person before those 15 seconds are up. It's the same way the weapon works for yourself, it's just that it transfers the ability to someone else who is the closest to you. Alright, so hopefully that'll make sense. If not, let me know in the comments and I will try and explain it further. But moving on, we have the Rockfall Scar and Axe as my weapon. And for the modulation, I have the Flight of Ruin for my special because it's the only special you can choose, so shocker there. But for the mod, I have Overcharged Cylinder. The reason for this is since I don't really get the most damage in this build, this sort of makes up for a lack of damage, and it's actually really fun to get 4 stacks using the axe. Like seriously, it's pretty cool to see a number 4, you know, instead of a number 3. I like it, whatever, sue me. It's enjoyable for me, I like it a lot. And it does give you up to 70% extra damage at the 4 stack, so it's a damage factor increase that I really enjoy. As for the gear, I had pieces that gave me pretty much the perks I liked along with the cell slots I needed to make a good perk loadout. So I had +6 Conduit, Guardian, Overpower, Rage, and Wild Frenzy, with +3 Iceborne and Knockout King. So all of these cells are pretty beneficial. Now, the downside is, to make this build work to the best of its potential, you basically have to get hit before you ever hit the behemoth. You want to be low life before you ever start attacking, because if not, you'll be building shields and you'll never get to the threshold you want to be at. Just saying. But once you're low life, if you're like me, you're going to want to pop a Blitz Tonic to get more attack speed, and a Stamina Tonic because if you do not have stamina on the axe, for 1 you can't dodge, and for 2, you can't build your axe meter if you cast attacks. If you charge an attack for the axe and you swing and let it go and you're at 0 stamina whenever it connects, you get no energy for that swing. If you're charging it with no stamina, you don't build meter off that swing, and it's annoying. It adds on to the just annoying way the axe can work. But to counteract that, I bring Stamina Tonics sometimes to basically have a more enjoyable fight, and it kind of works out for me, so I enjoy it, and if you want to use it you can too. But for this build, I basically wanted to see how many shield stacks I could get, so the most, like I said, was 138, which is insane. That's like almost 4, actually that is 4 times my actual health pool in shields. It's fun to do. And I actually used this build in a group, by the way. I did some random groups. I did a patrol hunt for whatever reason. No, I did a private hunt on Heroic Charg, and I did it twice. The first time, I died instantly. I got in the threshold and I just died. But the second time, it worked out pretty well, and I actually got 100 shields, which is a lot in a pug group. And I'm curious how many shields I would get if they didn't kill it that quick, because that pug group wasn't bad. Like, they were pretty good players. So I want to see just how many shields I can get in a 4-player group where my teammates aren't that great. Because I'm thinking I could get maybe 200 to 300 shields, and that would be, it'd be meaningless, but it'd be funny to do it. It'd be really cool to see just how many shields I can get. But anyway, y'all, I'm done rambling, and if you like the video, leave a like, and if you want to subscribe to the channel for more Dauntless content, it's what I cover a lot here, and maybe check out my Twitch, give me a follow, see when I go live, you know, ask me questions, because I'm very good at responding to questions while I'm streaming, like on Dauntless, very good, so we can have a conversation live, maybe get a hunt in if you want to join me for that. And other than that, guys, remember to use code OhDough at the Epic Games Store because it supports a dough near you. It turns them from no dough into OhDough. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.